Starting with version 12, we are introducing a new teaching mode, the step-through mode. Unlike the immersive learning experience provided by gaming, the step-through mode allows teachers to explain concepts in the context of a business through simulation. As a facilitator, you can choose your preferred teaching method, gamification, or simulation. Today, we will use the simulation mode to teach Introduction to Accounting, guiding students through each transaction step by step. Before we play the recording of this webinar, let us share with you the thoughts of Dr. Anton Stevanus Tondo, lecturer of Business and Management at the Swiss-German University. Here's what he has to say about this webinar.
Or to be honest, this is the first time for me to understand that MonsoonSIM can be used and explain the accounting material in that way. So this is a very useful for us, the lecturers, yeah, Pak, especially when we teach learning materials by cases. So I think this is very good, Pak. I'll try to implement to my classes.
In this webinar, we will cover journals on expenses, inventory, accounts payable, revenue, accounts receivable, how to calculate average costing, how to derive cost of goods sold, how to book loans, loan repayments, how to handle asset and asset depreciation.
When you have a salary, you look at the debit, salary, expense, credit, cash, and the impact is that you increase the expense and you decrease the cash, right? And then you can check out the financial statement. The financial statement affected our income statement and balance sheet. But let's take a look at it in MonsoonSIM. I'm going to create a game. I'm going to call it. So for you that are new to MonsoonSIM, perhaps you can just look at the flow. Okay, so this is T by T, transaction by transaction, accounting. All right, I'm going to use my server, and I'm going to just use the, let's take Indonesia. And then we're going to sell juice, right, instead of other product. So in version 12, you can select the product. Now I'm going to select juice as the as a product, and the location I'm going to select, say, Indonesia. All right, so this is the game that I have created. I'm going to go into the game, TBT. So that's my game. Okay. Now, as usual, you start with creating a couple of teams, right? A few teams. Now, because there is a minimum requirement, so I'm going to just use 2 teams or 3 teams in MonsoonSIM. Okay, and then I'm created 3 teams, and I'm going to put some virtual learner here so I can use them to do transaction, right? I'm going to put 2 virtual learner, 1 in each team, and that's about it, right? Again, we are not in competition, so there is no competition. We're just going to straight to showing a few concepts. First of all, I'm going to turn on procurement, which is very much needed, and I'm going to use retail to show you something. Okay, so I have finance, procurement, retail turned on. Yeah, I'm going to select one of these people. I'm going to click on their screen and open up their screen. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm going to do transaction on their behalf. So if I initialize the game, okay, for those of you that have not touched MonsoonSIM version 12, note that I have this new button here that allow me to step through the game. This button is actually equivalent to this button. Now, the student will not get this button. Only you as a teacher, when you teach, you will get this button. This button allows you to step through the day. So this will allow you to teach without flipping over the screen, right? This is the facilitator screen, and this is the learner screen. So first thing first, you'll see that when you start a game, you see this cash in bank, 3.5 million, which is something that you can change, right? So as we say, this transaction by transaction. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn on the journal, because here right now there's no journal. If you look at it, there's no journal. So in version 11, you cannot show them journal by journal. Now in version 12, I can. So I'm going to turn on the journal so you can see what has been recorded. So here you can look at the journal. Okay, here we are, day 1, right? We have cash on hand, 3.5 million. Okay, now if you check with ChatGPT and whatnot, they will tell you that this is how it's being booked. So let's take a look at salary, right? The first transaction is salary. when we say that when we have salary, we're going to debit the salary, credit the cash, and we're going to increase the expense and decrease the cash. Currently, where's our expense? Nothing. We have zero expense, yeah? If you look at that, nothing. Okay. So because we have 4 staff working in procurement, if you look at it, right? Staff count in procurement 4, right? And you know that each staff costs 350. So 4 of them will be 1,400, right? Having this department is going to cost me money. Okay. So let's see what happened. I'm going to click 1 day. And indeed, right, my operating expense is 1,004. And therefore, my net profit now is minus 1,400. Okay, so if you compare back to the transaction here, your debit salary and credit cash, let's have a look at the journal. What happened? Debit salary, credit cash. Yeah, so you have increased the expense and you have reduced your cash. So what you can do here, if you're teaching, you can go straight into the cash flow and you can show them what happened on the first day. You start with 3.5 million and immediately you are losing 1,400 and therefore you are losing 1,400. Okay, paying salary to these 4 people working in a procurement department. So if I continue this, obviously it will accumulate, right? If I click, there will 2,500, 2,800. And then if you look at this cash flow, it is 2,800 less, right? And then you can check out the profit and loss. Therefore, this is where your 2,800 comes in. Okay. And then if you look at your balance sheet, what will happen? This is happening, net profit. Okay, good. Next, let's take a look at what's the next transaction, accounting wise, recruitment. Right. So when you recruit staff, same thing, right? It's also another expense. So the whole thing is the same. The debit human resource expense, credit cash increased, and so on. And these 2 financial statement will be affected. Now, how do you simulate recruitment? So in MonsoonSIM, when you start up with a retail store, you need to recruit them. Yeah. So let's go to retail store and rent a space, for example. So I'm going to go to Balikpapan and rent a space. Okay. Then I'm going to click 1 day, and then you will see that Balikpapan has been, I have a retail store called Balikpapan who's already under contract. Okay. So I'm beginning to pay 650 rupiah per day, right? For renting this store. And I have 4 staff here. Okay. And this is my recruitment staff. So if I look at my journal right now, this is the first day salary, as you saw, the second day salary, as you saw. Then on day 3, I'm recruiting 4 staff. Each cost me 15,000. So therefore, I'm paying 60,000 to recruit them, right? And I'm paying a lot more salary now, double, because 4 staff working in procurement, 4 staff working in Balikpapan. So therefore, I have 4 staff here, 4 staff here. Total staff is 8. 8 by 350. I have to pay this much money starting day 3. Okay. Plus, I'm starting to pay rental per day, 650. So all that is being captured in your book. Third one. Let's go to the third one. Purchase order. Okay. According to the theory, debit inventory, credit account payable, increase inventory, increase account payable. Now, in order to simulate credit, you need to turn on accrual. So I'm going to come here and go to finance and turn on accrual. Right now, I'm paying cash. I'm playing cash scenario. But in order to show you the transaction of purchasing, I'm going to turn on accrual. So right now, accrual is in play. Now I'm going to simulate me buying something. I have a credit limit of 4 million from this vendor. I'm going to buy something to Balikpapan. I'm going to go ahead and buy, say, 20,000 apple juice to Balikpapan. Okay, approve it. I'm going to click next day to simulate it coming the shipment has come in. There you go. The shipment has come in and I've already got my product, right? So what happened now is check out the transaction. Debit inventory, credit account payable. So let's see the journal. Debit inventory. There you go. Debit inventory, credit account payables. Yeah, for $300,000. Okay, meanwhile, the rest are just the same, right? The cash in bank for the sales, but we also have a retail sales here. So that's another thing. Later, we'll look at it later. But let's take a look at the inventory now. The inventory is that we bought 300,000 credit, debit of inventory, which is the finished goods, and also credit account payable. If you look at the payables, then you'll see that you have this 300,000 that you need to pay. There's a payment term of 5 days. So that is your this thing. Now, it only impact balance sheet as no profit and loss from this alone, because you are just transferring asset from into inventory. So the inventory is still your asset. So what is happening is that there's going to be change in your balance sheet. If you look at the balance sheet here, then you have this inventory value. Of course, it has been reduced from 300,000 to 293,000 because there's a sale involved, right? And then you have the loan, sorry, not loan, but you have account payable 300,000. Okay. So what happened if you pay off? So let's go, day by day, 5 days, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Let's take a look at the payables. It's already paid off. Okay. So on day 8, you pay this off. What happened to your balance sheet? Balance sheet, you can take a look at it. There's no longer any account payables. It is gone. Yeah. And then if you look at your journal, according to this, what happened if you settle your account payable? Settling account payable is that you debit account payable and credit cash. Okay. So your account payable is decreased and your cash decrease. Okay, debit AP, credit cash. So let's reconfirm this. Debit AP, credit cash. That's when you pay off your payables. So the same thing with account receivable. When we sell B2B, all right, I'm going to turn on B2B. I'm going to turn on wholesale warehouse, for example. Yeah. Now let's run 1 day and let's show you the account payable, account receivable. Just go to B2B. There's offer coming in. Yep, you can sell this orange juice 84,000. We don't have enough, but let's do it anyway. So we're gonna click this. All right. There's a terms of payment of 5 days. Yeah, so we need to sell orange juice to this company called Main Incorporation. Now, because I haven't got I haven't got enough to fulfill this orange juice, I'm just going to go and buy. Yeah, so I'm going to go to buy a bunch of orange juice. Okay, so I'm going to go to I can in fact just go to retail and buy orange juice, 120,000 into Balikpapan. Okay, so I'm going to buy a lot of oranges to Balikpapan, and the next day it has been delivered, and of course it's selling because Balikpapan is the retail store, so it is selling. But I can just come here to B2B sales order and allocate this amount, 84,000, that is needed for Main Incorporation. Now, notice what happened is when I fully allocate, and then when I ship to the customer, then I'm starting to incur receivable now, right? So I have a receivable 5 days. So again, you can cross-check with your journal. What happened? Where is the receivable? Debit receivable, credit sales. And the same thing happened when you receive the money from the customer in 5 days. Okay, because we haven't got the money yet at this point, right? But we already book it as a sales. Okay, but we just haven't got the money. So if you have the, we're not going to go through, too detailed, because I think you're all very, very much aware of what accounting is all about. I just want to show you that you can, if you have the time, sit down and go through this. Yeah, as you are all facilitator, you have the time, you can do this, you can step through it day by day and cross-check everything with Excel and convince yourself all that. Let's go into something else. So we have done this, and of course, sales is another very easy to understand. When goods are being sold, you debit your cash and credit your sales revenue. So you debit cash, credit sales revenue. You can take a look at here, the journal, when you sell something, okay, like this one, debit cash and credit retail sales. Next, I want to talk about two things very important, which is the cost. The cost that we are using in MonsoonSIM is average costing. So I've created a worksheet here, average costing. Okay, according to the theory or ChatGPT, the average cost per unit is the total cost of goods available for sale divided by total units available for sale. This is the total cost available for sale is equal to the initial inventory plus cost of purchase during the period, and total unit available for sale is inventory unit plus unit purchase during the period. Let me take you maybe a step back a little bit. Okay, so this is day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on, right? This is the purchase unit for the day. Currently 00000. This is how much I pay per day, 0000. How much I'm selling per day, units sold per day, 0000. Nothing. Okay? Total purchase, nothing. Accumulated total remaining unit, nothing. I want to put the formula for average cost per unit. And I'm going to use the formula from ChatGPT, which is this one. From day 4 point of view, the initial inventory is the inventory of cost for day 3, right? So let me just do this so that you can be a little bit clearer. Okay. This is this times this. Yeah, because from day 4 point of view, initial inventory cost is yesterday's multiplied by the cost. Cost of purchase during the period means that how much I have purchased, this one. Based on this and this, I got this one. Yeah, which is this one. Now, let's take a look at the second component, total units available for sale, which is initial inventory unit plus unit purchased during the day. Let's call this X, this is Y, yeah? Initial unit, inventory unit is this one, right? This is also my X. Y is unit purchased during the day. This is the purchase unit. This is my Y. One more time. Total cost goods available for sale equal to initial inventory cost, which is my yesterday's or my morning's inventory before I open the shop. That's my initial inventory, which is the total unit remaining times the cost plus cost of purchase, which is this guy, divided by total units available, which is X plus Y, which is this plus this. I've set up the formula like this. B7 plus B, now multiplied by B8 plus C6, which gives me the top component, and the bottom component is B7 plus C3. B7, which one? This one, plus C3, this one, C3. Now let's simulate it in MonsoonSIM. Let's restart it from day 0. Now I want to purposely get to the point where on day 3, I have nothing. I'm going to start my day by getting a store, Balikpapan. Okay. And then next day, I got my Balikpapan retail. Good. Then I want to have 0 inventory on day 3. That means I'm not going to do anything for 1 day, for 2 days. So until day 3, I have 0 inventory. Yeah, I haven't bought anything. Now I'm going to buy something on day 3 because I want to simulate what happened on day 4 here. So on day 3, I'm going to buy something. I'm going to go ahead and buy 20,000 of apple juice, deliver immediately. So I hope that tomorrow they will deliver this on day 4, right? So tomorrow, if I click this, let's plug in the formula, right? So yesterday I had 0. Then on day 4, right, I have 20,000 of apple juice, right? Apple juice, 20,000. Okay, so I had day 4, I have purchase unit 20,000. Okay, got it. Now, how much I pay for this 20,000? I pay 15 rupiah. So let me put it here, 15. Okay, so there we have. So based on this, look at my average cost, $15, yeah? Which makes sense, yeah? How much I pay, which is this divided by this. So it's $15. Okay, so according to the formula checks out, right? Okay, let's simulate the next day then. If I go to the next day, it's still $15. You look at my cost, it's still $15 here. I'm buying nothing, I'm paying nothing, I'm selling nothing. So therefore, my cost is still 15. Now I'm going to simulate buying in bulk. So let's suppose now I'm going to buy a lot now because there's like 23% of discount. Okay, so on day 5, I'm going to buy a lot. Let's say 50,000 because I want to enjoy the discount. So I'm buying 50,000 on day 5. Yeah, which will get delivered on day 6. So on day 5, I probably still have nothing, as you saw. Now my cost doesn't change. But on day 9 or on day 6, this product has come in. So on day 6, I am buying 50,000 at 11.55, right? Because there's a discount. So on day 6, I'm buying 50,000 with 11.55, right? As my cost. Okay, I'm selling nothing, total purchase. My COGS, my cost, not COGS. My cost should be 12.54, which is exactly this one, 12.54. So I have averaged down my cost since I'm buying something at a discount. So originally it was 15, now it's 12.54. Now let's make it a little bit complicated. Let's make the system sell something. So I'm going to hire people with a retail store experience. There's one guy. So let's hire her. So now hopefully tomorrow we'll sell something because so far I haven't sold anything. I bought, it's not selling because I don't have anyone working in Balikpapan. So now I'm hiring this guy. So I'm simulating him coming in. Okay, so now I'm selling something. And let's check out my costs. Okay, so again, we plug into the formula. All right, so easy. So we go to the retail sales and we can check out. On day 6, we sell nothing. On day 7, we sell 12. So on day 7, we sell 12. Okay. Has it got anything to do with the cost? Nothing. Right? Our cost still 12.54. So what happens if I have something selling and something that I buy at the same day? So I'm going to go ahead and buy some more today. Maybe there's a better discount somewhere. No, it's the same. So let's just go for this. I'm going to buy another 50,000 to Balikpapan and get a bunch of discount. Okay, so another 50,000 at 11.55, submit. Let's see what happened the next day. Day 8. So day 8, I got 50,000 at 11.55. So day 8, I'm buying 50,000 at 11.55. But I have something for sale. I've sold something on day 8. So let's take a look how much I'm selling. 12 unit on day 8. Yeah, day 7, 12, day 8, 12. So day 8, I'm selling 12. What's my cost now? 12.12, right? According to this. So 12.12 is the cost. Okay. As I say, we have never done this before, like going into the detail of how all this is being calculated, but we kind of tell you that it is based on best practice and so on. But this is the first time that we show you the detail, transaction by transaction, going through all this, but we have to verify with Excel, and you can see how it comes about. The question is, can you help share this Excel also? Yes, I will share this Excel also, no problem. Now, I want to talk about now how to calculate cost of goods sold. There are many ways to calculate cost of goods. So MonsoonSIM adopted this one. Is this is very easy, and it's also a very good practice, right? Which is this also, again, if you ask ChatGPT, they will also give you this formula, which is the starting inventory value. Yeah, we're talking about value now, not unit. Yeah, value plus the purchases that you get minus the ending inventory. That's your cost of goods sold. Okay, again, how much you have yesterday plus how much you buy less your ending inventory, that's your cost of goods sold. So I have also had a Excel here that will show us what is the cost of goods sold, right? So let's start with initialize this from day 0, and this time I'm going to make them hiring immediately. So just do automatic hiring. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn off human resource because I don't need hiring. Okay, so let's start the day. Location, Balikpapan as well. Okay, next day. Okay, things coming in. I'm going to do procurement. I'm going to buy a bunch, 40,000. Okay. Now, let's do one by day. On day 1, what is our inventory? 0, yeah? So nothing here. On day 2, what is our inventory? Let's go. Okay, so this is it, right? We have a cost of goods sold of 5,970. Let's cross-check with the best practice formula, right? So what is our initial inventory yesterday? This is day 2, right? What is yesterday's inventory? So we can also look at this balance sheet. In fact, MonsoonSIM allows you to easily look at one day by day balance sheets different between one day by one day. So on day 1, your initial inventory is 0. So we have 0. Yeah. On day 2, our inventory value is 59403. So this is day 2 inventory. So let's suppose we are here at this point, 593. So that's our ending inventory. Okay, ending inventory, day 2, yeah. Okay. Now let's say on day 3 we sell something. See what happened. Okay, let's find out how do you come up with 5970, right? So I need to move this here. So day 2. So yesterday, so this is day 1. So this is 0. So this is 59. So I'm going to move this here. Yeah. All right. So this is 0. Now, how much did we purchase today on day 2? If you look at our purchasing on day 2, how much did we buy? 600,000. Okay. So day 2, we purchased 600,000. Let's take a look at our revenue is 10,300. Okay. Now let's compare this with our KPI. 5970 is our COGS, and that is this 5970. Okay, you look at this formula. This is the formula. Therefore, your trading profit is 4378, this one. All right, so let's simulate one more day. If I go to another day, look what happened, right? Did we buy anything? No. So we didn't buy anything. Ending inventory, what is our ending inventory today? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Day 3 inventory is 587460. Yeah, sorry. All right. So now today, my COGS is 6570. Okay, accumulated is 12,500. So this is accumulated part. So it's just basically just add from yesterday. Okay, I haven't buy anything today, but what's my revenue? Let's just make it complete. So let's go to find my revenue for the day is sales, right? 1138. So okay. So all in all is today, yesterday I have this much inventory value, and today I become like this, right? And I didn't buy anything. So therefore, my cost of goods sold for the day is 6570. If you compare this, it is 12,540 because it's accumulated. So if you accumulated this one, this is the number. 12,540, which is your accumulated cost of goods sold. Okay, cost of goods sold for the day is 65, but accumulated becomes 12540, which is exactly this number, COGS. Okay, and if you compare accumulated revenue less accumulated COGS, obviously you have your accumulated trading profit is 9,196, which is this number. Do you want me to show you more transaction?
Yes, Pak. Please, Pak. If possible, Pak, more transaction.
Okay, more transaction. All right. Let's do loan, right? So let's reset this game. And let's turn on the loan, right? So I'm going to turn on loan. Just do one loan this is good. All right. Okay, there's a loan here. Now I'm going to just do business as usual for now. So I'm going to rent a space, approve, and run a few days because I won't get a rating initially. So I won't be able to go for loan because I haven't got a rating. So if I want to apply, there's no credit rating for my company. So I cannot get a loan. So I'm going to just do a good business for a few days and hopefully the bank will say that, okay, this company has no problem. So then I can start getting a loan. So I'm going to do some business as I'm right now doing some business, right? I'm generate some revenue and so on. A few days. Okay. A few days. Now I got a letter coming from the authority, I have a new credit rating, AAA. So I'm good to go for a loan, right? So now I can go for a loan. So I go to this one and I click the loan and I apply for the loan. Now I want to get, let's say, 100,000. Let's see if it's approved. Now, this is where I've been offered, right? There's a payment plan here because it's fully amortized. That means my daily payment is the same throughout the loan terms. The only difference is that my principal is initially very small and at the end very high. And my interest initially very high and at the end very low. Okay, so interest drop, but principal payment go up. But my monthly payment is the same, yeah? Monthly payment is the same. So every time I pay, I get remaining balance drop. So until I fully paid off, and there's like a little remaining here. Okay, so that's the payment plan before I accept the loan. Do I want to take it? Okay, I'm going to take it. There you go. There you go. So next day, notice that I will get a loan in my, let me clear my drawing. Next day. There you go, in progress. So I got my money in the bank. Now, if I look at my balance sheet, I'm going to do a day-by-day comparison for the last 5 days. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, on day 5, I have no loan outstanding, but on day 6, I have 100,000 loan outstanding. Okay, so I have liabilities starting from day 6 for the 100,000, yeah? So that's the loan. Now, if I look at the journal, you can also check out the journal. Right, this one. Cash, bank loans. Okay, 100,000. You can cross-check with ChatGPT. Okay, enough of that. So increase cash and decrease this. Debit cash, credit loan. Debit cash, credit loan, which is what the AI is saying. Yeah, 100,000. So every day I need to pay, right? If you look at my loan here, there is a payment plan every day. So on the first day, on tomorrow, I'll have to pay principal of 8,800 and I got to pay interest of this much. Okay, so let's see what happened on the next day. If you go check your transaction journal, you have paid this much money in terms of the loan principal payment and 2,670 for the loan interest, which is what you are supposed to pay here based on this payment plan. And if you go to your balance sheet, you will be able to see last day is 7, submit, you will see that your loan outstanding is now 91,000. So plenty of things to teach. Even just within a few days, 7, 8 days, 10 days, you can show a lot of things. You can show this, you can show that, and then you can show depreciation if you like. Yeah, you can buy machine. I can show you one more transaction, which is the buying machine, and show you the depreciation, which is a very important part of accounting, asset and depreciation. So to do that, I need to turn on production, right? And to turn on production, I need to turn on warehouse. So I'm going to turn on warehouse, and then I'm going to turn on production. So how do I simulate it? Easy. I just go to warehouse and rent a store. I use Balikpapan as my location. I run a day, then my warehouse is here, Balikpapan. All good, right? I'm paying rent, right? Then I'm going to buy a machine. Let's say I buy machine A to this warehouse. Yep. Then one day, what is this? This is an asset, right? So your machine has come in. Look at your production. That's your machine. Your machine has come in. And then you can confirm it with the journal. That's your machine coming in. And you have depreciation coming now, right? The depreciation starts to happen. So if you're not sure, journal for depreciation, please. Okay, so what it says is debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation. Debit depreciation expense, credit accumulated depreciation. Exactly what the ChatGPT is saying. Now, if you look at the balance sheet, this is, you can clear the search, you can take a look at the last one. Right. You have accumulated depreciation 5,000, not on the balance sheet, but on the expense here. Depreciation expense 5,000. Yeah, you can again, this journal is for you to run through and cross-check everything with your accounting best practice, and so same thing. If you do the IPO and all that, you can also use this journal to look at the share industry, about the share registry and all the common stock and so on. Everything is all captured quite nicely there.
For me, it's clear for and I'm surprising that MonsoonSIM can be used for the principle of accounting, yeah, for the first semesters, yeah. It's not only what theoretically, but called practically, yeah, by MonsoonSIM, yeah. So hopefully the student will be more clear or more understanding than if we teaching only theoretical accounting, yeah.